Hey everypony, DJ Smack Talk here. Now, I'm trying not to talk about the Dragon Maulers so much these days, it's starting to become a whole security issue, but a whole bunch of you ponies have been asking for the next update, and I'm pretty sure at least half of you aren't taking caps from the executive in exchange for intel, so I'll give you the skinny on the latest. The Dragon Maulers have discovered the Maw's worst-kept secret. Their new medic is in fact the Pestilence Gang's most respected chem dealer, the Doctor, with a capital The, spying on them for the sake of Pestilence himself. Now, I gotta ask, what would you do in this situation, where a pony you've been on epic adventures with turns out to be a working-class spy? Kill him outright? Throw him in one of the Wasteland's wonderful death traps, prisons? Maybe keep him with you and try to reform him? Well, apparently the Mauler's answer was interrogate him for 2 hours, then disagree so hard the group splits up. At least, I think that's what happened. They left the tower in a hurry. Here's hoping the gang gets back together. Back to the tunes. And this session starts off with us, with the party split thusly. Powder Keg, Xencarn, and Chica, all at fair distance on a running start, to the north, with the rest of the party kind of running ways behind.
How far away have we gotten from the tower at this point?
Frankly, I think you just kind of just left. You're still nearby, it's still pretty close.
Flotsam has just got off the radio to say, "Guys, we had to leave. Sorry, bye."
Oh shoot! I just realized something.
What?
Oh.
I gotta make sure they get a warning out about Xencarn's warpath thing about the cultists.
We're gonna get to them before they get to the cult, right?
Look,
y'all say as you're running.
Look, I can go back. Unless someone have the radio to contact the tower.
Flotsam holds out the radio.
Tempered Steel will take it.
Wait, okay.
I don't know, Steel. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yeah, maybe actually, one thing first. Why does Xencarn have a vendetta against the cult? I haven't actually been here very long.
They've been messing with the hybrid stuff again, making more hybrids, and there's something about.
Now he wants to kill every cultist ever. The cultists are basically now the raiders to his powder keg.
Okay. Because they're messing with the hybrid thing, we already knew that.
I was trying to say before Steel interrupted, it's because there's this soul energy, and their souls are so messed up that after they die, their souls don't pass on, they get trapped somewhere. You know how Xencarn is about necromancy. He's really, really incensed about this. You can't do that to some pony's soul.
Wait.
Yeah, but he wants to kill all the cultists.
Well, wait. Because the cultists' souls get trapped somewhere?
It's because whatever they do to make the hybrids, it messes up the hybrid souls.
The thing is
that we know that's not their fault. That's whoever's in charge of those experiments. But right. I think this has hit Xencarn pretty hard. I think he's a bit irrational about it.
Well, that's why we need to make sure there's a warning out so the cultists know to stay away from him before he kills any of them.
I don't think he's going to be that crazy. I think Zen really is just running, trying to keep up, but it looks like she's starting to get a little tired. It's like, I think Xencarn would. I hope Xencarn would know the difference between an innocent cultist and a cultist who is involved with that. I don't think he's going to be like indiscriminate like Powder Keg. I think.
Well, I would rather not take the chance.
Yeah, but I don't think we want the whole moss scared of Xencarn like the Raiders are scared of Powder Keg. I don't think we want that.
Well, if
probably not a good idea.
Aurelian's right. We've got to Bad enough
we gotta
practice.
catch up to them first. Forget
Yeah,
everything
just-
else. Let's catch up first.
Thank you, Aurelia.
Okay, it's really hard to run and talk, so let's just run.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you lot are talking about. I can talk and run all day.
That's because you run your mouth all the time.
I'd make a witty comeback, but I might just fall over again.
Please don't fall over.
So up with
Slap.
the three up front, Chica's just kind of flying after them, shouting, Stop! Would you, both of you, just stop running for a second?
I give a glance over at Powder and I'm like, slow down, speed up, what's the play?
I can't imagine she has anything to say that's gonna change what we're doing, so we'll keep going.
How about this is a stupid idea?
Yep, keep going.
Oh, God.
Way to lose all points, Xencarn. Glad to see your priorities. You are a real ladies' man, that's for sure. If you think you have a chance after this thing.
You evidently don't know me, Powder. No. But yeah, no. Just head down, keep going.
Alright, you both just keep galloping at a brisk pace, and Chica actually starts to fall behind a bit as the sort of more bookwormish changeling is not used to any sort of marathon activity, and she eventually her wings get tired and she drops and starts galloping after you, and that lets her keep up with you for a while, just shouting you all the way, but then she starts to lose ground ever so slowly.
Can I?
You know, as Powder Keg actually notices that she's falling behind, he's just gonna say, well,
Fine.
if we don't let her catch up to us, she'll be on her own out here.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Alright, stop and wait.
We stop and wait for her before she leaves view.
Okay, so you finally come to a stop, and Chica, seeing that you have apparently stopped to wait for her, gets a little extra burst of speed, a bit of encouragement, and she finally just catches up to you, completely out of breath, just... You done? I don't think I can...
You're right.
By this point, you've covered quite a bit of ground. The two of you galloping at full speed. You've just about lost sight of the tower, and the rest of the group's not even within sight at this point. And basically just all let alone, and just along the road in the western part of the maw. No obvious landmarks nearby. And Chica is just haven't ran like that in a long time.
We gathered. Why are you here?
Because Revolt said you were running, so I don't know. He said I should go after you, to keep an eye on you, and I think he was right to do that, but I don't know why me.
I give, as soon as she says that, I give Powder a look and say nothing, and I'm like, yeah, no idea why he'd go after you.
What exactly are you two trying to do?
Haven't quite figured that out yet.
So you're just running to avoid Tibs?
Well, for the moment, we've got some sort of plan coming along, but...
Okay, you maybe want to fill me in?
Well, there was something he was saying. Xencarn was suggesting we go do something about that cult and something. On
and the
those lines.
executive and some other stuff.
Okay. Alright, couple of problems with that. I think you can guess what they are.
It's a suicide mission?
Yeah, that's one. Two, we're in like northwest maw right now. Cult is like centered on the east part. That's a long travel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna run the whole way there?
Nope.
Well, not the
stop
whole
running
way.
at some point, because we know they can't run the whole way there either.
They're gonna be a larger group, and that means they're gonna move slower.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm trying to think, but I don't know if I can even stop you. Certainly can't force you. And we spent 2 hours in that tower trying to talk you into...
I know, I think, I don't know about Powder, but for me at least, I don't know. I just don't think talking about it's gonna help. I just need to do something.
There's no reason for us to have Tibs along for the ride.
Oh, no one's disagreeing with that.
I don't want to talk about it either, but I disagree. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay. Yes, I think we can agree that, you know, the executive might just, and the cult might very well be our highest priority right now, but do you have to do it alone?
Well, the way I see it, Tibs is going to sabotage any attempt we make on dealing with the raiders.
How? Why? Why would you do... Okay, no, not getting into this,
Who said anything about storming the cult? Wouldn't hurt for the two of us to just go and have a look around. It's not like we're going to go in, bombs flying. I mean, Christ, we're dangerous, but we're not stupid.
With your reputation, I don't know. I mean, half the cult has pretty much decided it hates you. Certainly, executive will certainly know who you are and probably have warned them. I don't think it's that simple.
Won't hurt to snag a cultist and have a chat at least.
It's never that simple, but we get by.
Just the two of you, huh?
Oh, what can I say? We make a good team, our powers combine well. Can't hurt, just being the two of us.
Bombies.
And it also means we don't have some of the others more, squeamish natures if we need to, ask some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm not letting you two out of my sight, but I can't think of any way to make you stop right now. Can we just move forward a bit more slowly right now?
Sure. Bit of a walk's not gonna hurt.
Yeah.
She just starts trudging along.
I'll walk beside her. I don't know about Pardo.
Powder Keg will walk just a little bit ahead.
Alright. Roll, as you walk forward, roll perception.
Okay. 12. Wow, that's terrible.
You rolled a 10. D10. D2.
Oh, right. That probably did. 23. That's slightly better.
Alright, Powder Keg.
Basically, flip the coin.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Let's see. I can't remember. I forgot that I didn't have my character sheet up. But wait, no, that's right. My perception is just 5 anyway. I memorized that by this point. Oh, 21. Somehow.
Alright.
Good rolls.
We are the best at looking at things.
Okay. So, as you're just, marching up the road from, up the path from, Radio Crackle, not really the road where it's situated. There's the part where, you can get onto the road and start moving along the ring to the north. You notice that, as you look towards the dormant volcano in the center, you notice that there's a little bit of a little cave-like thing, and there seems to be a group of, raiders out in front of it.
Pardo?
Yeah?
So, quiet like, take them out, move on?
Sounds about right.
Fair enough. Bombies play, or are we going around the back?
I think they're probably aware the Bombies play by now.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah. Well, less raiders in the wasteland, and, yeah. I'm sure Powder could do with working some of his aggression off.
Oh, coulda.
Both of you roll a d20.
14.
Alright. Powder Keg, as you start examining the base, looking for a plan of approach, you notice that, one of the ponies in the raider group looks awfully familiar.
How familiar?
As in, very important event from your past familiar.
Wait, as in, you mean it was in the raider group from that time?
No, as in, it's that very particular pony.
Oh.
Wait, you mean it's the executive?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
He's right there?
Yeah, he seems to be there, plain as day, speaking with a bunch of the other raiders.
Oh.
Oh my god. Is that...
Xencarn, you can,
him.
as Powder Keg seems to starts to focus in on this, you can kind of see this sort of slick suited pony as well.
He looks important.
He's the executive. And I have no idea what he's doing out here.
The group, along with the executive pony, heads into the cave with just a couple of couple of guards situated outside it.
Nothing good can come of this.
If that's
I
what
don't
you
like
say
it.
it is, I agree with you on that one.
Chica just looks at the two of you and says, "Wait, what? What did you see?"
The executive.
As in, the executive?
Yep.
You
Do
saw?
we know any others?
I don't think it's him. That, or, well, let's just say if it is him, we might be in a position of, oh well, we're fucked.
So, probably not the best person to try and sneak attack
Are you-
then.
Well, as much as I would love to go in running our guns blazing, now that I actually have a moment to think about it, no, it's a terrible idea.
It's a pity there's no way we can just follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, apart from the obvious, and I look at Chica.
Yeah.
But do we really want to risk it like that?
Look,
That's
I
really a
just-
mean thing.
I just disguise myself, see if I can get close, and then just come back out, okay? Would that be alright?
Alright, see what you can find. Just be really careful. I don't want to be responsible for getting you killed.
I'll use the utmost of care. Just,
Want me to come with?
well, I can't really disguise you.
Oh. Well, we can always just do the blood trick again. I mean, if you're being a raider, wouldn't be all that suspicious for you to have a bit of, dry blood on you somewhere.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with that.
Nah, that's fair. I just thought I'd offer.
Alright. Her green glow envelops her body, and before you know it, she looks like, a Famine Raider stallion.
Good luck in there.
I'll do my best, and, Chica, disguised as a raider, heads for the cave in the distance. Just doing her best to kind of, set up her approach so that she doesn't look like she's coming from your direction.
Is there any, low, big rocks or sort of low overhangs that we could, duck behind? So we're not just out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, you're pretty close to one right now. It's pretty much been, concealing you from the cave to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mostly concealing you, but, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, and Chica,
So hiding
because-
around there.
Because the chat's yelling at me, sir. Dream stride.
Dream Stride? Okay.
So I go, hide somewhere and dream stride.
Alright,
Because it's like,
Xencarn just drops unconscious, and his, soul bounds off into the waste.
Powder
I tell
Keg looks
Powder
at
before I
Powder.
do this.
No, you didn't tell me. I was gonna say, Powder Keg, I was gonna have a little funny reaction to you not having told me before doing that, but now you're like, nope, you told
Oh,
me.
no.
Go ahead,
If
go
you want
ahead.
to do it that way,
Go.
go.
Okay, so Powder Keg's gonna like, how long do you think it'll take you in there? Zengon? He's gonna turn around and see the body and just be like, fucking necromancers. And he's just gonna pull out a little pen, the same one he used to write the names on his grenades, and just draw a little mustache on Xencarn.
God damn it.
I approve.
Oh. Surrounded by three
Powder Keg confirmed for
He
frat
starts
boy
with the
intervention.
mustache. But he doesn't stop with the mustache.
Okay. So Xencarn, you watch in soul form as this guy's Chica makes her way towards the cave, and she speaks with him for a bit, gives him a little salute. The guards express sort of confusion and concern as she doesn't. It seems to be unannounced sort of visit. Chica just speaks with him for a while, just sort of casually. As you can look inside the cave at this point and see it's not it doesn't look particularly deep. It looks like it just opens up into a sort of one massive chamber where a number of tents and structures and whatnot are set up. Chica eventually manages to convince the guards to let her through, and she walks inside. Just kind of looks around for a bit. Seems that she's a little confused as the executive pony does not seem to be out in the open, perhaps in one of the tents, but she seems a little unsure as to whether she should, just try looking around for her, or if that would seem too suspicious. So the raider Chica just kind of mills around for a bit, just pretending to make small talk and just looks like she's just resting on her patrol or whatever.
Is there any, with the tents and stuff, is there like any particular like bigger ones or fancier ones, or are they all generally the same?
They're actually just all generally the same.
Well, I'll just flit through as many as I can, see if I can't find him.
As you just flit through the various tents, you encounter a number of ponies, and in one off to the left, you find a group of raiders kind of all gathered around a map, having sort of discussion. But doesn't look like you find the executive in there at all.
I'll go back and I'll take a look at the map.
It's just a sort of a map of the Maw, and it seems that from the gestures of the raiders, they seem to be focusing on Skyfall and Gold Rush.
Filing that away for later, because that's important. Anyone around who looks important?
Actually, one of the ponies in this tent I was about to tell you is a little hard to say. A little kind of very sort of ultra skinny, emaciated earth pony with just sort of black spots around his eyes and this very sort of crazed look on his face. And he seems to be speaking with the most sort of authority and volume, and the other ponies seem to just kind of respect him. Actually, no, not Earth Pony, Unicorn. Sorry, I was mistaken.
Looks like we found Famine.
Quite possibly.
No, I'm pretty sure that's pestilence.
No, I'm
No,
thinking
We've
Famine.
seen pestilence.
It's not.
Okay, fair enough then. I really don't have any way of communicating with Chica, which is irritating.
Chica's actually just going from tent to tent, not really looking in, but listening in. And she passes by, the tent that you're currently listening in on. She stops there for a while, tries to get whatever look she can through the flaps of the tent.
Okay. I'll leave the tent. What's the sort of general area like?
There's a sort of central bonfire, get set up in the center. There's some racks for weapons, some sleeping mats here and there. It just seems to be a general base camp.
Is it like a circular cave? Or...
Yeah, it's a kind of more oval shaped, but yes.
Yeah. Alright. I'll walk to the sort of very back wall from like where the entrance is.
Okay.
And see what's around there.
Towards the very back is, unfortunately, more of a latrine area.
Ew. Okay. Then again, I mean, if you're gonna hide a secret door somewhere, it'd probably be around the latrine, but...
Do you really want to?
Nope. Not in the slightest.
Well, you are in spirit form, so...
Crawl through the sewage, Xencarn. Crawl through it!
I refuse.
There's something that it can do to your body.
That hasn't already been done by powder. Alright.
Alright.
Anyone else like important looking?
Hey, Powder only drew a mustache on you. Only.
For now.
Alright. You see, as you just take another look around, Chica has decided that she's seen enough and starts heading out of the cave. Although you notice as she's leaving in her disguise, one of the raiders from the last tent she was investigating kind of poke their head out and look out at her kind of suspiciously.
I take note of him, and I leave too.
Alright. Chica gets clear of the cave, says her farewells to the guards out front, and starts making her way back to where Powder Keg and Xencarn's body are set up.
I'll just end Dream's Dread.
Alright.
As you get up, Powder Keg's just gonna say, "Morning, Sleeping Beauty."
Ugh.
You find
Yeah.
that you have a piece of paper taped to the front of your muzzle.
What? Powder? Really?
Why
I wasn't
not?
asleep for that long, was I?
Just a few minutes.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, but...
Chica ducks back behind the rock and drops her disguise. No, I didn't see the executive anywhere. However, I did notice a couple of interesting things about that cave.
What, the fact that Famine was running around?
Well, that too. And the fact that Famine seemed to be seems to have some sort of passive mental magic around him.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And the cave is also has a number of traps out in front of it. There's a little pit. There's some rope traps around there. If we just charged in, that would have been very bad.
That is, it's a good thing we did not do that. Now,
Couldn't
you
just
said
block the
mental
entrances.
magic? You think we might want to start getting as far away from here as possible?
That might be an extremely good idea.
Alright, works for
Mhm.
me.
Let's, head, further away from here. Away. Somewhere. Away. Not good.
Yeah.
May as well just keep going the way we're going. We've got a long trek ahead of us.
All right. So,
I also vote running.
all right.
I'm not hanging around with mental magic. Screw that crap. If I can't do it, it's evil.
No. As Xencarn begins to head that way, Powder's just gonna say, Look, Xencarn, we should go back the other way.
Why?
We're being fools. Just look at what we're dealing with here. We're not gonna get anything done on our own.
I know, I think we showed very good judgment by, not storming the cave.
Yeah. And how many more caves are we gonna have to not storm because we don't have our group with us?
Would you really want to storm that cave with our group?
With Tibs,
Not with Tibs. We can always tie him up out front.
I don't think anyone else is going to let you, and that's still the problem. Especially not tempered steel, from what I can gather.
Yeah, well, look, come to realize something. I may have been able to do this stupid shit when it was just me. Now there's people who care about me. And that's not something I can go throwing my life away now. So,
Man, I hate it when you have a point.
what would Flotsam do if you got killed doing this?
Well, from what she told me when I, told her where we were going, her comment was, I'm going to raise you myself and then murder you again. So,
I'm sure she didn't mean that.
We
she
should
got the
head
point
back.
across there.
And soon. 'Cause, I don't want to be here if any of those patrols find us.
Yeah, fair point.
And with that, Powder will start walking back the way they came.
All right.
I'll be a good little PC and follow Powder.
Roll me another d20.
Oh, God. Woohoo, 17.
Roll what?
Roll a d20.
6.
That one, Powder. Oh.
All right. Powder Keg, after a few minutes walking, you suddenly realize that you are completely lost and you can't find the other two.
Wait, really?
Xencarn, you just see Powder Keg stop right next to you.
Hey, Powder? You alright?
Powder Keg, you just seem to be out alone in the wasteland, and it seems to have gotten a little darker as well.
Where am I? Wait a second. Mental magic. This must be Pestilence pulling some shit.
Wrong pony! And in front of you, Powder Keg is this really widely grinning looking unicorn with this frazzled mane and emaciated look, just grinning at you. And then beside him there are two more, and then a couple more around you.
Wait, who?
This
Who's grinning at?
Famine.
He said powder keg.
Yeah, no.
Famine.
Hello.
Hello yourself, you fuck.
This is interesting, very interesting. What were you doing looking into my cave? I was so sure I had you with that little illusion trick. But see, what I was told, you have no restraint when it comes to us raiders, and to that certain pony. For certain I had you. You want to maybe tell me why that didn't work?
'Cause I didn't want to die.
Oh, but isn't that what you want? To die for your cause?
Nope. I want you to die for my cause.
It's good to see a pony with just so much passion in them all these days. You don't see that a lot anymore.
What are you, the Joker?
The who? Nah. no one really laughs at my antics. I don't know. I think a lot of other ponies take themselves way too seriously. I try to find the joy in life, you know?
Mm-hmm. Alright, Keg is actually slightly giggling right now.
Alright. Well, I guess I need to step up my game. Most ponies don't, show this much resistance.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't think I'd run into a comic book villain today.
Oh, man. Oh, you're right. Comic books are awesome, aren't they? Just all these old world stories about super ponies and villains, and it's awesome, isn't it?
Well, it's all fun and games, but I think we both know the real world works a little differently.
Does it though? Magic, technology, dragons, big bombs. Does it? Does it really?
Yeah, see, because in this one, the hero isn't gonna just throw you in some jail cell. He's gonna leave your head on a pike, sitting for all the other raiders to look at.
You haven't been reading the comics I've been reading, then. It's all fun. What? No response for that? Come on, thought we were having a moment, Powder Keg.
Oh, sure, it's a moment, alright. So why don't you cut the illusionary bullshit and let's see how this really is.
How is it really? How is it really? Well, not real at all.
Oh, yeah?
You're gonna wake up from this and you're gonna find that, well, everything else is just as fake as this.
Is it now? I think you're just full of shit. And you know what?
Man, Death was right, you're no fun.
Oh, am I no fun? I wonder why. I wonder why I might hate the fuck out of all you shitheads. Maybe it's the fact that you kill innocent ponies every day. Maybe it's the fact that you only take what is someone else's and don't make anything for yourself. Or maybe it's because you're working with the biggest fucking nightmare I've ever met.
Oh, he isn't so bad once you get to know him. Although, don't tell my brothers that.
So you're the one who's kissing his boots now?
Xencarn, you notice that there are a number of raiders closing on your position.
Hey, Powder?
You know what? I think I'm done with this. I'm gonna activate loyalty, which removes all mind-affecting effects from you and all allies in sight.
Woo!
All right.
So
you come back to your senses and notice that there's a seem to be around you just a small group working from whatever advantageous angle they can work from to try and ambush you, but they're not quite in position yet.
They're not that scary. Run from this and what? Leave you here?
Get back to our group. No, I can run too. We're running. Just run.
We're running?
Yeah, we're running.
Oh, you're
Come
back.
on.
Yes, let's go.
All right.
Yeah,
but go ahead and tell me what the hell happened when you zoned the heck out.
Roll for athletics.
Famine pulled me into some fucking mental room.
Oh, joy, mental magics. I'll study up on it, promise.
24.
20!
Oh dear.
I didn't
Chica, still sort of tired out, is starting
Magic pointer.
Well, can I use that?
Is it the Rainbow Dash, the combat one?
Well, no, not that one. It's the reroll power.
Oh.
The ain't no fate / cheater. A die is rolled outside of combat and you dislike the result.
Yeah, I suppose there aren't really too many restrictions on that.
Yeah, so
she rerolls, gets a 1. It's like, oh.
19, actually. She actually, after taking a look back at the raiders gathering behind her, she actually speeds up and gets past you two.
Woohoo!
Yay! Alright.
And the three of you managed to lose the group as they were trying to get into a very sort of careful position, and you leave them in the dust and start heading back south. And
I open a link with Flotsam as we run, and I'm like, okay, abridged version, Famine is bad, Raiders suck, and I think we've maybe got Powder worked out over his issues, but we're still on the fence on that one.
Are you coming back?
Yep, we're heading your way, and we're heading your way fast.
Good. Don't ever scare me like that again.
Yes, little one. Whatever you say.
Flotsam will turn to the others. Okay, guys. We don't have to run too fast anymore. Xencarn says they're coming back.
Aurelia
also,
just
I
immediately
think-
collapses onto the ground. Just
Can
Oh,
Temper
Aurelia.
still pick up
Thank
Aurelia, or
God.
is she too big for
Javol picks up Aurelia.
No, put me down.
Javol
Guys, can we
continues
just
running.
stop for a minute? My wings are hurting. And not
No.
just from
Why
Craggy
are they
chewing on
running
them this
toward
time.
us again?
What?
Why are they coming back?
I don't know. Can we just
We
talk
can-
it out when they get back?
Yes, we can just wait. We can use.
I want to know if they're being followed. If they're coming back. Or if
Okay,
they're-
let me just link one more time.
And
Xencarn? Xencarn, the others want to know if you're being followed.
I don't think so. Can I roll perception just to check?
Yes, you can roll perception.
23. Again.
All 23 all the time.
23. You look behind you, scan it pretty quickly, fairly thoroughly, and you're certain that no one's following you.
No, we seem to be all clear, but better safe than sorry, that's why we're running.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about whatever the heck you guys did while you were gone, okay?
Yep.
But,
We
you
can
know,
do
when you
that.
get back. And
Yeah,
Flotsam just kind of breaks the link and just kind of flops on the ground next to Aurelia.
he hasn't killed any cultists yet, has he?
He didn't say anything about cultists. He'd said something about raiders and famine, but he looked and he said that they're not being followed. At least
Well,
as far as he could tell.
Are
Well,
they
I suppose that's good.
are they still too far off for the main group to see? I mean, are Powder Keg and
After a few, up close to about 10 minutes, the main group finally sees Powder Keg, Xencarn, and Chica crest over a hill, looking rather exhausted, and the two groups are finally within sight.
Flotsam, having rested a bit during the 10 minutes, gets up, flies over, and barrels into Xencarn. Surprise hug attack.
Javol tries to
Um,
do the same thing
I-
to Powder Keg.
Yes.
Powder Keg is going to dodge that.
Should we roll for that?
No.
Yes, I am rolling for it.
Okay, yes, roll. One football
Fine.
tackle per session, apparently.
At least.
Well, your athletics versus my acrobatics to dodge. I rolled
Oh, I
low,
thought
so
it was
you might actually
acrobatics.
succeed.
I was going to roll acrobatics.
I'm pretty sure a tackle would be athletics.
Yeah,
Probably.
technically speaking.
Oh, alright. I suppose I could roll athletics, which is 6, so...
Ah, crap. Yeah, you don't dodge. You get surprise tackle hugged.
Powder Keg is just going to immediately start punching Javolt and say, Get the fuck off, you dumb donkey.
What? She can do it and I can't?
No.
I'm
She's
smaller.
smaller. Oh, hey, Jinx.
All right, you're able
Thanks.
to, Javolt, you're able to kind of detach without getting punched too hard.
So, guys, did you just decide to come back to us because you decided you wanted to stay with us? Or
Well-
did something bad happen?
They realized they were stupid.
No,
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
good.
you're learning! She ruffles Powder Keg's mane affectionately. I'm so proud of you, Powder
Powder
Keg.
Keg will give a sour look.
He's getting
Hmm.
hugged. I'm so glad you're back.
Ah,
I
we
missed you.
we encountered a little base camp for Famine's gang. Naturally, they wanted to investigate, and turns out Famine already knew we were there, or something.
Well, at least they didn't
Yeah.
want to.
Yep,
At least they didn't
Famine
want to
pulled
launch
me into
into
a little
some-
illusionary mind situation, and
What?
we had a little chat.
Well,
You-
that's
you-
creepy.
You met him? You met the guy who cut out Smack Talk's tongue?
Sorta. It was really just an
Oh, I
illusion
hope
of
you
him,
had
but I'm
words
pretty
for
sure
him.
he knows what I said.
Are we talking like a
Had
death
words with a
type
capital
illusion
W.
or some other kind of illusion?
Like mind illusions.
Well,
Like he
Oh
was
yeah,
inside my
remember?
head.
I mean, Famine's gang, you remember what they did to you and me, Tempered Steel? They made us feel sad and stuff during that last fight we had. And Famine Famine's
those
the one that's doing this weird. Famine's gang is the one that's doing this weird thing to Craggy.
Were they
wait.
Were those famine members?
Yeah, they.
Am I wrong about that?
You are wrong about that.
I just remember there were some raiders that did some messed up stuff.
Oh, but I mean, I was talking to Dally about. Yeah, you're wrong about the whole Craggy thing, but yes, it was famine raiders in the raider ambush who used those sort of mental abilities on you.
It's pestilence that has the thing with animals. Sorry, I always get
famine.
It is famine.
It is
okay.
Famine. But
wait,
there's no external effects on Craggy.
Okay.
Hang on. So he was in your head?
Yep.
Okay. Can I use heal to try and check and see if there's any residual magic and stuff on powder?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to make sure that, he's not secretly listening to us or something.
Oh, good thinking.
Technically, even if Famine had put something like that on, I used loyalty, which removes anything like that from me and all allies in sight, and makes it unable to do it again for a while.
Mind-altering effects, yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you don't have to use the loyalty, you should try not to. But anyway,
with a 26 heal, as you sort of magically look for any sort of medical operation, you find that you basically can give him a clean bill of health. There's no lingering magical or mental effects on him.
Okay. Well, all right. So you're in the clear.
Mm-hmm. I told him to leave, so I forced him out.
All good.
All right.
Wait. By the way, how close are we to Apocalypse?
Well, you've kind of gone in the opposite direction away from it, so you're significant distance away from Apocalypse.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what's Apocalypse, man?
Well, we didn't go that far. We're probably not even close to Slayer Base as far as it goes between Slayer Base and...
Probably not, no.
There's would be so much easier.
No, I just lost track of where you were.
Map like we did for the Gold Rushy area.
That's a lot of...
I'm sorry, what is Apocalypse
it's on
again?
Apocalypse is the raider boss's home... so basically the raider's home base.
In the south part of the Maw.
In the south part of the Maw.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, at least we know where Famine's at now.
Mm-hmm. Though he's probably gonna move, since all the raiders are meeting at Apocalypse.
Well, what else? I mean, you investigated, right? What else did you see in there?
Not a whole lot, actually.
Maps and war plans.
Pretty much.
Well,
Did
war
you
plans
see-
doesn't sound very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're kind of
did you see-
focusing more on Gold Rush Blinky's place.
Skyfall.
That's the one. Thank you.
That
Blotsom's
sounds...
eyes right. What?
I'm not sure in what context, though. I didn't hear much in the way of actual military conversation. Just reports and whatnot. I don't know what they're doing.
Still,
Yeah,
that sounds bad.
Well, I also know that while the other raider leaders seem to be against working with the executive in large part, Famine seems to actually be all for it, which means he's probably just about the worst of them.
Well,
Yeah.
Or crazy. We can't rule out crazy.
Oh no, he was definitely crazy. He was acting like the Joker.
Who?
I don't think this world has the Joker.
Sure, it has Batman,
Oh!
doesn't it?
Yeah, no, what's her name? Shit. Come on, brain, what?
The Maniac!
Thank you.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, fine. He was acting like the Maniac.
Who?
oh, I love that comic.
Yeah,
I'm not
old world comic Power Ponies or something.
I'm not sure.
That shit was
My
weird.
favorite's Philly second.
You mean, which version of the Maniac? Silver, gold, or bronze?
Oh God.
It seemed a lot more like the old gold age, the really murderous one.
Oh,
boy.
her. Yes.
Wait, what do metals have to do with any of this?
I love this.
Comic
Emperor Steel,
iconography.
one day we're going to sit you down and give you an education on comic books, okay?
The long and short of it is that Masked Matterhorn is the best.
Philly second. But we're not going to get into that right now.
No, you're all
We are
wrong.
not arguing about this.
Okay, fine.
Well,
Fine,
either
fine.
Masked Matterhorn or Philly second.
Hashtag Our Ponies fandom.
My comic book knowledge extent is that they exist.
Don't worry, we'll fix that, but not right now. Right now,
Chica
we have
just
to.
raises her hoof and just quietly says, "Mistress Marvelous," then puts her head down.
No, I like
My
her
father was a
too.
big collector
They
of
all have
old world junk.
Flotsam
They all
kind of
have
taps her hoofs together and then just kind of glomps Chica.
Okay,
My father even had a few tapes of the old show they made. Real campy.
Oh,
Tibs
yes.
is going to look up to Tempered Steel and just whisper, "What have you done?"
What? I don't know.
Upon hearing Tibbs's voice, Powder Keg's just gonna give a really, really angry look at him.
Powder Keg?
Better. We don't have to trust him, and at least the two of us can keep an eye on him while he's with us. How about that?
Well,
Why
we're
ain't he
all
tied
keeping an
up?
eye on him.
No offense, but none of us trust him. We're all going to be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, why ain't he tied up?
Because
Well,
that's a
he
waste
can't
of
exactly-
resources.
I was gonna say, I mean, we kind of had to come running after you, and it's very difficult for some pony to run when he's got his legs bound together.
And we ain't carrying.
Besides, then we'd have to hoof feed him, and no one wants to do that.
I look at Tibbs and I'm like, wait, he didn't take the opportunity just to go as far as he could in the opposite direction.
I was actually thinking the same thing.
Shake his head.
Are you an idiot?
Probably.
Oh my god,
Just-
he is just like us.
Just like the rest of us.
One of us.
He is not one of us, and he never will be.
Okay,
Sorry.
well,
I think you can stand to be a little bit more open-minded, Powder Keg.
Mm-hmm.
Chica, don't push
He's-
him on this. I'm really impressed that he actually came back by himself. I thought I was gonna have to smack a powder.
What do you say,
I'm-
Tibbs? Do you feel like reforming anytime soon?
That's a tricky question, mate.
Mm-hmm. See, he's not really willing.
Well,
it was
but
never
it's
going to be
not
a
a
simple
no.
question, Powder Keg.
but
Well,
that
give
is
it
not a
some-
no. I mean,
The fact that it isn't a simple question already makes his character very questionable.
well,
We're
yeah,
all questionable.
Give it some time. You
Yes,
know?
yes, yes. That we don't need to be better now. We just give each other some time. And in the meantime, don't kill each other. Don't run off like little kids.
I resent that. We left for a reason, and it worked.
It was a bad reason, and sorry. Did he or did he not just come crawling back?
They didn't come crawling back. They came running back very quickly.
Okay, right. Yes, running back. Yes, thank you for
As the
correcting.
youngest
Thank you
member
for
of this
the
party.
correction, the factual accuracy, Flotsam.
We left to, make it so that we didn't immediately kill Tibbs when we got back, and Tibbs isn't dead, so I'm calling that a win.
All I'm saying is,
I'm
I
calling
think
you.
I think it was immature of them to leave, and this is coming from one of the younger members of the party. But I'm also pretty glad that they came back without us having to drag them back.
Hey,
so mistakes were
hey,
made.
we told-
Mistakes were.
We told you. Hey, I told you where we were going. It was fine.
Yeah,
Flotsam just
and,
gives him a look with a capital L.
It's not like we weren't planning on ever coming back. Okay, maybe I wasn't, but
Maybe we just move past
Aurelia
this.
just
We've got
chomps
raiders.
Aurelia's just outside the group, just chomping on some gems. Just, you done yet?
So
Wait a minute.
Do
Where
we
did-
actually have a plan for what we're going to do now?
That's what I was
Um,
trying to ask.
no, we don't really have a plan.
Should we just go to Ribcage? Because
No, we're not going to Ribcage. We're going to Skyfall. There were problems with
There are
Skyfall,
raider.
remember?
Yeah, there are raider problems there.
And then from there, we're going to Apocalypse to go fuck up that raider meeting or whatever.
You
I-
really want to walk into you didn't want to walk into
I'm
a
not
cave
sure.
with this lot, but you want to walk into Apocalypse?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
See,
Honestly,
Yeah.
Powderkeg, I would prefer that we go after the technology dragon, because he's probably made of technology, but with his curse and all, and then use his body to rebuild Skyfall so that we could drop bombs on Apocalypse.
no,
I really
no,
like
no.
this plan.
Here's what we're gonna do.
of course, what are the
Go
odds?
after the cult. Work
As much
out-
as I
stop
hate
them
to say
making
it, we
this
do
hybrid
need to
shit.
see what the results of that raider meeting are. Because there's something to understand here. Whether we like it or not, Pestilence has tried to figure out more about us. Death has tried to make a deal with us. War straight up tried to kill us and is now dead for it. And Famine seems to really want to side with the executive. From what I can tell, not all of these raiders even know what to do with us. They're not exactly in agreement. They're like a loose confederation. But if they have a conference to decide their full plan of action, what's to say Famine doesn't convince them all to side with the executive? And what do we do when all of the raiders, and not just the ones who've gone away, are with him? We can't let that happen, and as much as it pains me to do it, we need to talk to Death. Or Pestilence.
Yes!
And get it in.
What?
Oh my! Wow! How did that?
Aurelia and
That
Chica
makes a lot
are
of sense.
completely slack-jawed at this.
Wait,
I
what?
like this plan. It sounds okay. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't.
vote we go
It's so
influence.
crazy. It might work.
And
Not even
what?
that crazy.
And if we're gonna be forced to travel with this fucker, he says, pointing to Tibs, he might as well at least be of use. So,
Boy.
Tibs, how can we find your boss?
We're actually-
Meanwhile, Craggy has crawled out of Flotsam saddlebags again and started chewing on her wing again.
Oh, Craggy.
Here, you
Listen,
want?
you guys. Would it be okay before we move on if I make a couple radio calls? I still want to get this thing with Craggy fixed.
what's wrong with him?
Oh, you weren't here, were you, Firelight? Well, he's just starting from like a day or two ago. He's just chewing on everything, like specifically me, basically. So I don't know. It's like he's got a taste for meat or something. And Aurelia, you said he's been like, really frustrated and stuff.
Yeah,
And-
that's yeah. He's really just mad a lot. I mean,
I
And
could
he
try
doesn't know what's
examining him.
happening to him. And Lilypad thought that maybe now it's Famine's gang, right?
yeah, it was Famine's gang is the one. Aurelia just kind of counts off on her claws. Famine's gang is the one that has the most like Beastmasters of the lot. I think. Let's see. Gale Force said she didn't really know much. She said that.
Well, she said something about a Beastmaster called Tough Love. I was hoping to maybe. I didn't really get to talk to her some more like I wanted to. I kind of wanted to talk to the. Anyway, can't do that now. Do that
Well,
later.
if we get into apocalypse...
Tibbs, roll history.
Okie dokie. One moment. Gotta find what my history actually even is.
Can
D20.
I examine Craggy?
Oh no!
Did you roll a?
I rolled an 11, which means I rolled a nat 1.
Why'd you roll
crap.
a nat 1 with an 11? Oh. Then, why don't you go ahead and re-roll that with a +5 bonus?
Okay.
Because I have
Sounds good.
awesomeness.
Yay! History! And I rolled a 20.
Okay.
+5 bonus, actually.
Oh, 25.
25 total.
All right. You Tibbs have definitely met a famine raider pony by the name of Tough Love. You could probably write her a letter to her anytime you wished.
Alright. Listen, Flotsam. Tough Love, you said? I think I may have encountered her.
Her.
Her. I may have encountered her before. Would you like me to write her a letter?
Really? Yes. Is that okay with the rest of you?
Yeah, sure.
I'm cool with it.
I suppose.
Okay. I'll fish out one of the chemically treated papers and hand it
What?
over.
No ciphers.
Trust me, won't be dealing with that anytime soon. Trust me, what am I saying?
Well, if you really had a major problem with it, someone else could write the note and then you could send it. But
I'll be fine.
By the way, just a random thing, just like, you know what would have been hilarious but out of character?
Oh?
Kittens?
If, in the moment of defeating War, Powder Keg had basically proclaimed himself the new leader of War's gang.
I think that came up in passing at one point.
Yeah,
That's been coming up in the chat since it happened.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like every session.
Who knows?
Great.
It might still happen, even if Powder just like if for some reason Powder needs to do something like that.
No, that would be awesome. You could proclaim yourself leader and then disband them and make them stop being raiders.
No, I
He
could proclaim
doesn't get a
myself
choice.
leader and turn them into a police force. Police state
Hello.
Powder Keg.
Oh no.
Okay,
How's that letter look?
looks good to me.
Works. I just like the idea of some like small
The scary
bespectacled
thing
pony
is,
walking
you know,
up and
if the idea had occurred to Powder and he thought it would work, he would probably actually do it.
oh yeah, who wouldn't?
Yeah,
I just
that
like-
seems okay, Tibbs.
Luckily,
Alright.
it's not
Firelight,
the
light
kind
it
of
up.
idea that would occur to Powder Keg.
No problem.
I totally would have
I'll
mentioned it. I was
Light it on fire.
Alright, so the letter Tib sends reads, Tough love, baby cragodile, angry, attempting to eat ponies caring for it, ways to fix problem, Doc Tibbs. Alright, and then you can just burn the letter and send it off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if it'll work. I mean, now that every pony probably knows that, I don't know. But worth a try, right?
Yeah, worth a try.
She's
Yeah.
also gonna fish. She's gonna fish some rocks out of her saddlebag and see if Craggy's interested in eating any of them. Num
And
nums, Craggy.
honestly, if she doesn't know and stuff, I could try examining Craggy to see if there's something wrong. It might be that he's just like teething or something.
Yeah,
was
I
teething
mean,
earlier and he wasn't doing this.
yeah, I mean,
True.
Gale Force thought that maybe this was just a phase he'd grow out of, but I don't know. It just seems really worrying, I guess.
When was the last
Yeah.
time that Cragodile had any meat?
I think he had some of that breakfast stew Powder made, like a little bit, and
There was no
then
meat in there.
yeah, exactly. We haven't really had that much access to meat, so I guess he hasn't had very much at all.
I wonder if there's any rabbits in the area.
Craggy, would you feel better if you ate some meat?
Craggy just looks at you and regards you, and it seems it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like he kind of nods at you. Some kind of affirmative gesture.
Yeah. Okay.
How are we gonna get meat?
Look around for dead bodies.
I jokingly
Uh.
look at Tibbs.
As amusing as that would be.
Hey Tibbs, you've been around the area a bit more and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is there what kind of wildlife and stuff is around here?
Mostly gonna encounter raiders and other ponies. That tends to be the only wildlife worth looking at.
There were those red scorpions.
Them too. Should I roll like a history of what kind of meat you can encounter in the mall?
What kind of meat?
Well, we're trying to
what
think
kind
of food for Craggy.
Is it fauna or... Yeah, it's fauna, isn't it? Or is that the flowers?
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, flora is the flowers.
Okay, yeah.
I remember it by thinking flora florist, so.
Alright,
I
I
know
rolled a
that-
14 for meat sources.
Ponies. Lots of meat ponies.
Ponies are indeed made of meat.
I don't
Well, we
think
found that render encampment, so...
we did
Alright.
find that famine encampment.
We're not killing you because we're evil, we're killing you to feed our pet.
A return letter appears in front of Tibbs, and it reads, Doc, screw you for making me find paper and ink. Cragodiles have a puberty ritual. They need to go on a hunt and kill something. Baby? It usually happens later, unless it gets separated from its family. Caretakers can hunt with the Cragodile as long as the Cragodile gets a kill. Where are you? Can recommend nearby hunting grounds. Tough love. P.S. Need more rage.
Okay, so we're going hunting.
Wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right now?
Well,
Look at this face. She holds up Craggy.
He looks angry, doesn't he?
Yeah, the Cragodile just looks very sort of aggressive and
Tries
even-
to
even-
snap.
yeah. Even though he's a kind of a cute little baby croc shaped thing, he still looks rather just sort of as menacing as a little baby, animal can be.
Face of an
How
angel.
can you say no to this face?
I have no idea.
It is made of rocks and teeth.
Exactly. This is not a face to say no to.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have a point.
Besides, this
I
could be
also
fun.
would really like to, be able to, stop him chewing on my wings before all the feathers come off. I like being able to
Well,
fly.
you want to see if he wants to chew on my beard in the meantime?
There's a joke there somewhere.
actually, I think he would be more interested in your horns.
I'm not gonna have him coughing up hairballs. Look, it's fine. You can keep chewing on me for now. Let's just, I don't know. I mean, can we write back to Tough Love and see if she can and see if there is anywhere she knows about nearby.
With the meat list of Brahmin, chicken,
chicken, coyote, dog, goat, iguana, mantis, mole rat, rat scorpion, rat roach, bloatfly, and yaoguai.
We're not going to eat any goats; they're sentient.
Same with Brahmin.
There's bullet sprite and etc. etc.
Mm-hmm.
Also in the story.
Dire bloat sprites.
Also in the story and stuff, at one point they do eat rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Rabbit's a thing because the griffins hunt it.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Tibs is gonna Tibs is gonna turn to Flotsam. Well, if I got another piece of paper, please.
Give him another piece of paper.
And
Thanks,
Tibs is gonna. No problem.
Revolt gives him a second piece of paper. This is for her reply.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm assuming that's being included. So.
Also, you need to shave.
Javolt the overbearing uncle.
Javolt the crazy uncle.
Yeah, the crazy uncle.
I'm only mildly crazy. I mean, I'm the one who's saying we should rebuild the warship before we can take on the Fortress of Doom.
Drank blood in a cave.
Okay, wait. To be fair,
that was a dragon.
Technically wasn't
dragon magic thingy.
That was you being an idiot and messing with dragon magic you shouldn't have. So
no.
I didn't even get to play with that.
And messing with dragon magic I shouldn't have.
Look, Javolt, of all the ones who are here, you're the craziest, and that's a pretty high bar to meet.
But speaking of Skyfall, Firelight, since you're here, I should probably catch you up a little bit. Since we kind of made kind of a mess of things for Skyfall, yeah, you were there for some of that. I've kind of said to Silver Wrench that we might try and track down some stuff to help them rebuild the ship. She pulls out the shopping list. The Steel Rangers have already managed to take care of that lightning weapon thing, and they're shipping that over there now. But we're looking for all this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and post that in the chat just so people.
Right, yeah. The external shopping list for Skyfall's restoration.
3 nearest locations to us.
That's a lot of stuff.
Wow.
I love how it's like power source, power generators, cloud stuff.
I don't think I wrote it like power source, power generators. I think it was 2. Like those were the same item. I think.
I know. It's just
I just
like
copied and
power.
pasted.
It's like power stuff, RC vehicle, lightning weapon. One of these things.
Why
is
did they
not
need
like
an
the
RC
others.
vehicle?
Obviously,
I'll be honest, I didn't ask.
An intact
for the radio control aspect. They're going to dismantle it, obviously.
Javolt's on top of this science stuff.
This is technology, not science.
Technology is science.
Okay, now tell me how crystal ball fits into it.
Technology is applied science.
Tell me why Skyfall needs a crystal ball, says Aurelia.
That's probably part of the magical circuitry.
What a
scanner thing. It scans.
Did Javolt just admit that magic was involved in something scientific?
Javolt's been a manipulator of magic for quite a while now.
I don't like magic, but it exists.
Wait, aren't crystal balls just balls made out of crystal or something?
Not quite. There's a little bit more to
They
it than
can
that.
be used to
Evolve
see the
size
future.
and then start to lecture on the creation, function, and structure of crystal ball.
Hey, any reply from
Yeah,
that
had
letter
to
yet?
ask.
I've been working on it. I've been trying to ask for like 3 or 4 minutes. What are the 3 nearest locations so I can sort of triangulate and send that?
I don't know.
Skyfall.
Between Slayer Base and Radio Crackle Tower.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. Tough Love, near Crackle Radio Tower and Slayer Base. Hunting ground recommendation will be appreciated. Additional advice reduces rage price. Doc Tibs.
Oh, always the businessman.
Very
Information is profitable.
Yeah.
Especially
We
when
kinda
it's
gathered.
free. What is rage anyway? I've never really paid much attention to drugs, is that?
Another Kim.
Oh, it's this. And I'll pull one out of my inventory.
Firelight. I didn't know you had that stuff.
No, see, I mean, what does it do, exactly?
Wait, Firelight, what are you doing with those kind of drugs?
I had them with me. We got them a while back, and I just hung on to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when he got
I
the
never
rage.
noticed. Rage is the one that makes you go all and
Well,
kill you.
what were you planning on doing with it?
Hanging on to it until we need it.
For what?
That's fair.
For
Let's play.
combat.
Let's just pray we don't need it.
I mean, it's not like, okay, it's not good stuff, but if we need it,
We could trade it to some pony.
What? So
Yeah,
they
that
can
too.
suffer,
Well-
what? They can suffer its ill effects?
okay, yeah, I don't really
Better
want to
than
trade
us.
it.
So
we
for
get
someone
paid
who
for
used
it,
to be a
so-
raider, you're kind of judgmental, aren't you?
Shots
I
fired.
patted someone on the head.
She's got a
He
point,
holds himself to high standards. And everyone else.
I don't mind if he
same
holds himself to high
standards.
standards, but the rest of us aren't perfect.
Well, I mean,
Imperfection is the key to science. No, seriously.
teacher
But
used
didn't a
to
lot
be
of
so
science come out of mistakes?
What?
But
Sorry.
didn't a lot of major scientific discoveries come out of mistakes? Same with magical discoveries.
Yep.
That's what he's getting at. If it weren't for imperfections, we'd never have discovered those.
Oh,
Excuse
fair
me.
enough.
A good third of the pony races, actually all three of the pony races, have natural abilities, and I am stuck with my hooves and my mind.
Ponies are OP.
Um,
Yeah, we know. Sorry,
at
Javolt.
least
I'm not
have
going to
your
disagree with you on it.
And you have your hands, and you're a cragodile, and I don't know about changelings. No
Javolt
offense.
says,
Yeah.
pointing at the crocodile that is still biting on Flotsam's wings.
Actually, Chica, what exactly are your magical capabilities outside transformation and love?
But
feeding?
like magical transformation isn't magical ability.
Just
No, that's a natural ability, is what I'm saying.
Well, as I can tell, she seems to be able to mimic, like, unicorn levitation and...
yeah, basic telekinesis. I guess I could, if I really studied, I could probably get into more arcane stuff, but
You were also sensing magic, weren't you?
yeah, there's sort of an innate ability. Well, the mental magic that Famine was using had similar properties to sort of changeling, mind-altering effects, so I just kind of noticed something was weird when you said you saw the executive there, and just being nearby kind of confirmed it.
Wait, what?
He wasn't actually there.
Famine made an
Just
illusion
Famine
of the
being-
executive.
Yeah, and it's the magic
Oh.
is somewhat similar to the sort of illusory magical effect of us changelings.
Wait,
Anyway, so, do we have a reply from that,
you made an illusion of the executive and you didn't charge in after him. I am impressed.
Yeah.
the cave full of raiders?
A return letter appears in front of Tibs.
Still, it is the executive, Mr. E.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
what's it say? What's it say?
Still,
I
we
want him
left.
dead.
We're not
I can't
stupid.
kill him if I'm dead.
The letter says, Doc, there's an abandoned shack filled with rad roaches if you're looking for easy prey, a mile southwest of the tower. A more challenging alternative, an abandoned quarry 2 miles northwest of the tower, rad scorpions there. Additional advice, bigger kill means a more satisfied cragodile. Now give me that rage. Tough love.
So that we should probably go for the red scorpions then.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
Mhm.
Also, it's an abandoned quarry. There might be tech there.
and rocks.
At least it'll be better than the last abandoned quarry I found. Full of friggin' hellhounds.
Ah!
Oh, hellhounds are fun. I mean, dangerous
I've never
little
had to-
shits, but interesting.
I don't want to see a hellhound. Although
I was
would
trying to
mind
think
blowing
what's
one
the
of them.
best equivalent to death claws.
That pretty much is the equivalent to Death Claws.
Yeah. That's what I came to the conclusion of.
Well, alright then. So we're heading to the quarry?
I guess.
Please.
Flotsam,
Yeah.
can I have one more sheet of paper, please?
What you gonna say? Oh, the rage, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Can you send that by this? She gets out a piece of paper and gives it over to him.
No, I'm gonna send it to one of my other contacts. Delivery ponies all over the wasteland, you know? It's not exactly easy to transport that.
Yeah.
Wait, so you can or can't magically transport this stuff via paper?
Cannot.
Okay.
No, he's just got a rather intricate delivery network.
Yay
It's
for being...
it's technically a franchise.
Javolt's
Yay
been
for forcing that
staring
in.
at Javolt's been staring at tempered steel for a bit.
What?
Why?
Tempered Steel is ignoring him.
So he finally,
Okay.
Javon tilts his head and raises an eyebrow and says, "Why do you even have horns? I mean, minotaurs in general. It doesn't make sense for a biped to have something designed for charging on their head, because then they'd have to bend down and run. That must put a lot of strain on your neck. What is that even there for?"
You know,
What's
Javon,
that
we could answer
question-
those quandaries later. Let's get to that quarry and, deal with something important. So,
Yeah.
to the quarry we go.
The future
Oh,
happiness of the cragodile.
Is it to attract lady minotaurs?
Wow, okay then.
No.
Aurelia starts marching on ahead.
Javon, you're an idiot. Shut up.
Awesome goes
Yes.
after
No, I'm
Aurelia.
curious.
You are an
Hunting.
idiot, Jolt.
See, no one's answering my question.
No
They're
one
just-
wants to answer
I-
your question, Aurelia calls from the
I
front.
look at Javol and I'm like, well, judging by the autopsies of other creatures done in the wasteland, horned or not, mostly they're used for defense. So if things get attacked from from above, it's quite possible they evolved them as a form of defense against pacify or other sort of aerial creatures such as griffins. Mating could potentially be a thing that comes into it, but unlikely
starts
because, as
speed
you
walking.
stated, they are bipedal. Are we done?
Hearing
That's
what
actually very
Xencarn said.
informative. Thank you, Xencarn.
Hearing
problem.
what Xencarn said, Flotsam will kind of circle back in midair and then kind of go, "Death from above!" and land on Tempered Steel's head.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay. So,
Very funny, Flotsam.
Firelight, can you send this for me?
Yeah, sure. Wait. Okay,
What's
yeah,
the
I can
personal
send that.
business?
Thanks.
I'll send it
Tempered
on.
Steel will have no problem carrying Flotsam on his head for the time being.
Excellent. Flotsam
Those
just
black
looks pleased with
hatches
herself.
move.
Alright.
Clueless Courier, Tough Love, 2 crates rage ASAP, half price, have TL respond when delivery complete, Doc Tibs. That is the...
FTL?
Huh? TL.
Oh, just wondering
Tough
what TL's
Tough Love.
Oh, right. Right.
Mhm.
I'm with you.
So
now.
we're
I
walking.
only have 50 words. I need to
Yeah,
be
no,
able to abbreviate.
that makes sense. I'm just being slow. Sorry.
Alright. So, the party somewhat awkwardly starts marching pretty much off west towards the approximate location that Tough Love described where the quarry might be. And, at a steady pace, it's not too long before you reach the top of this very large, basically, hole in the ground, where there actually seems to be a little bit of mining equipment. There's this huge crane that kind of overlooks the whole thing. And down at the bottom of this abandoned quarry, it just seems to be a nest of rad scorpions.
Oh boy.
How many?
We
How
should
many?
try to just, get one of them off on its own, so we don't have to fight a whole nest.
How
Javol
many
Sure,
rat
goes
okay.
up into the
scorpions
crane and
are
sees
there?
if it's. Javol's just going to check on the state of the crane and see if he can still work it.
I don't exactly feel like killing an entire family of rad scorpions so we can feed the cragodile whose entire family we killed.
How many are there, or can we tell?
You can see, about 12.
That is a lot of rat scorpions.
Well, a lot of them are actually, they're not full-grown adult rad scorpions. There's only a couple that are really, full-size. A lot of them are small baby rad scorpions.
Ooh,
We can
can we have a rad scorpion pet and then give it to Dali and she can ride it as a mount?
Oh gosh.
Okay, so like I said, Javol was going to.
The
Yeah,
only
okay.
mount that can stab you while you ride it.
I
can
rolled
ride
a
on his
29
tail.
for mechanics, so
Oh,
You
the crane.
climb into the crane operator seat, and you can actually figure out the controls pretty easily. As you fiddle with the levers and jury-rig the ignition to start on its own, however, you hear and then it just cuts off, and you hear something crack and creak,
Is it falling over?
and the beam of the crane, rusted beyond any reasonability, just bends forward, and the tip of the crane crashes with a huge into the middle of the quarry,
Oh,
Well,
no.
scattering the red
Right.
scorpions.
How many rad scorpions did that kill?
Actually, it looks like a few of them just seemed dazed by the shockwave. They weren't directly crushed by it, though.
As some of them run
Well, there
outwards,
goes
is there
my
any
plan.
that run in just one, a group of one that we can see, or just a small, tiny group that's much smaller than the whole nest that's
There's,
going off pretty far?
They don't have any particular organization, though. As they scatter further and further away from the epicenter of the blast, there are about 5 of them that are kind of more or less clumped together.
Would it be possible to try and create a massive windstorm to scatter them and maybe separate one out?
Well, they're already
We only want one. We just need one for Craggy to kill.
Well, I mean, if we can split them up and create one that's separated from the group, then we could go after that one.
We could just go tackle one.
Can we just try? I don't know. This shouldn't.
Craggy.
I think we're making this a lot more complicated than it really needs to be.
The thing is, I want to
Gets
avoid a
off
full-on
tempered
combat
steels.
encounter.
The red
Lots of-
scorpions aren't so huge a threat that you need to roll initiative for them or anything like that.
Flotsam gets off
okay.
Tempered Steel's head, flies towards the nearest red scorpions you can see, and sets Craggy down. Craggy, do you think you can take him?
Craggy,
How close is that?
Just drop Craggy onto the red scorpion. Catch from
Craggy
above.
starts chomping his maw at the red scorpions, eager to start picking a fight, basically.
And Tempered Steel is going to chase after in order to boot away any rad scorpions that might try and come to its aid.
Hit them away like golf balls.
All right. I just want to remind you all, the letter said the caretakers can help with the hunt as long as the cragodile gets at least one kill.
Right.
He's not going to do.
I know, I
he's
think
not
we're-
gonna
That's
go-
why that's why we're fighting back every rad scorpion that isn't the one we have Craggy focused on.
All right.
I'll go over to the overcrop. You said we're up on a cliff looking down into the quarry.
Hey, can someone make sure Devolt isn't crushed in that thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How is he?
Okay.
I would, but I'm
it was
kinda
it was
busy.
the crane beam that kind of broke off and fell, but the operator's booth is completely intact and he's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Tempered
Okay,
Steel
Default-
has there was no intention of Tempered Steel doing anything with the rad scorpion that Craggy is fighting. He's just going to keep reinforcements from aiding that rad scorpion.
Okay. I
Volk
guess.
shuts the crane door and locks it.
I guess those of you who are basically helping create Craggy's sort of battle zone, I guess, roll some kind of skill or describe some kind of action to help that.
All right. Well, Powder Keg's just going to be doing athletics stuff with a 31 to just kind of crush any other rad scorpions that get too close.
Tempered Steel is going to let his hammer wield his hammer so it's being shown, and he's going to let out a massive roar to let any other rad scorpions know that if they're going to go for that one, they're going to have to get through him first.
They are insects. They don't have that complex of minds, and all you've done is draw every one of them to us.
Well, it can scare them off.
Roll persuasion to see if you can just kind of reach into that instinct that makes them recognize a predator and stay away.
This is going
Nice touch.
Okay.
I'm sure that'll give you a slight bonus.
Persuasion. Okay, so do I get any bonus or just straight up?
You get a little bit of bonus, like +4.
Ooh, okay.
Watch the natural one occur.
4.
Accidentally does the roll actually means feeding time.
I roll a 22.
You're fairly successful. The red scorpions that were gonna head towards you for kind of intruding on their turf actually kind of keep a sort of distance from you, not quite running away, but definitely recognizing that you are a pretty big threat and they don't want to just blindly charge in.
Okay. From the cliffside and stuff looking down into the quarry, can I try and
I should mention, by the way, that the way you get down into the quarry is this sort of side-winding path from the cliffside down to the basin of the quarry.
Well, I mean, is the level from one ramp to another small enough that Steel could, kind of mildly jump down them to get down quicker, or is it too big a drop?
I basically assume that you can get down there, where Flotsam's kind of dropped off Craggy and, get in the fray.
Okay, so while everyone else is up on Craggy, Javolt is going to start examining the crane for anything they could take from it.
Okay, can I use Can I use Elemental Master to try and make a wall of fire between...
Describe the utility talent.
Okay. The problem, I tried asking you about it before and stuff, but it's Elemental Master. The idea was that you choose a solid or a liquid and everything, and I tried asking you before and everything, and I think you said it would be okay if I picked fire as a form of, like, a type of liquid or something.
Did we have this conversation?
We did, but it was only partially, like, we only had part of a conversation and everything, and I tried talking to you a while back about it, but we never actually finished the conversation.
Yeah, fire isn't exactly an element, it's more of an oxidation of another material.
I know, and that this is why I was trying to, like, talk to you about it and stuff, and you, at first and everything, you said, like, yeah, we could try working something out, and then we never really, like, I kept trying to talk to you about it, but I think you were busy.
Right, yeah, this was very, very early on. It does say solid or liquid.
It's kind of funny that the one that promises elemental mastery does not actually have any ability to apply to fire, which is one of the most common, like, I know the wrong sense of the word elements, the original sense where it was like earth, fire, water, and air is the one most people think of when it comes to fantasy games.
You know, just because, you know, we're up at a high level at this point, I think I'll just let you get away with saying fire is your elemental mastery.
Okay. So
just because
it's friggin' named Firelight after all.
Yeah, and the utility town's kind of, you know, described in a very misleading way, and yeah, I'll just let you have that. Because at this point, why not? You're level 7, 6, sorry.
At level 7, we get awesome powers that we don't have yet. It's been a long time since we've leveled up.
Yeah.
Then I'll try and use that to make a wall of fire between...
Something tells me that we're not going to level up off of killing rad scorpions so Craggy can hunt either.
Probably not.
Probably not. So should I make an Arcana check?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know Arcana? Do you know Arcana? Oh, sure, I know a lot about Arcana. In fact, I know that it's pronounced Arcana.
Celebrity D&D, it's the best.
What's this about celebrity D&D?
It was
PAX game.
PAX game of Mike Krahulik and Jerry Holkins, who are the guys who do Penny Arcade, and then Scott Kurtz, who does a comic called PvP, and then Will Wheaton.
And DM is crap! I can't believe I forgot this.
Chris Perkins.
Chris Perkins, yes.
And
really,
now I'm
really
thinking
awesome
of the cast of Deep Space Nine doing a.
But Will Wheaton was on TNG. Get your
Acquisitions
Star Trek
Incorporated, really awesome.
Yeah, but DS9 and D, I like it.
Okay.
Or D and DS9, that works better.
Alrighty, so I got a 23.
23. Okay. You set up not a huge wall, like a huge foreboding wall of fire, but it's, you know, significant ring of flame that's big enough to at least keep the rad scorpions out. Just about anything else can basically step over it.
So tempered steel and firelight.
Wait, did you say it's a ring of fire?
Don't fall into it.
Burn, burn, burn. The ring of fire.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of Finding Nemo.
No, don't start singing it. Just
Ring of fire! Shark bait, ooh-ha-ha!
Darn it.
Whoa-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha.
I tried to avoid this.
Right.
This is why I said a wall of fire.
A wall of, you know, not a complete
It
ring,
doesn't
just
matter.
a wall of fire that separates the one red scorpion from the rest.
Yeah, and that wall of fire reinforced by tempered steel should...
I have to wonder what's going through that poor rad scorpion's mind.
Don't make me feel guilty about this.
It's been dazed by a shockwave of giant metal object crashing to Earth, then driven away, then
surrounded by a group.
It'll be over soon, little rad scorpion. I'm sorry.
So basically
Sorry.
now it's
Cragodiles. Little known fact: Cragodiles are known for making it very slow and painful.
Welcome
They
to
are
the
merciless hunters.
chain, you bug.
so
I'm somehow becoming more vegetarian.
I'm
now
currently
Craggy's a companion, right? He has stats.
God,
Yep.
yes! I'll get his character sheet. Hang on.
I
should have made a
conversely am wondering whether rad scorpion meat would be harmful and what it tastes like.
Well, you
wouldn't
can
be
eat it in the
harmful
games.
if
It's not
you-
harmful. The venom is harmful,
Yeah,
but
there's a separate venom sac that you don't, you can carefully remove and doesn't impact the meat.
So what does
actually,
it...
real-life scorpion venom is also entirely edible, as long as you have no open lesions in your mouth or ulcers.
Yeah.
Because if it gets in your bloodstream, you will die.
Yeah.
Or at least get
No, that's
really
really
sick.
true. Yeah.
Well, I think that depends on the scorpion.
A little bit of fun facts from your friends at the Dragon Mullers Incorporated.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting, actually, that scorpion venom can be eaten safely if you
It's
have
been used
absolutely no problems.
Well, it's actually in some
Blood.
traditional foods and stuff from certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Craggy doesn't have any particularly useful skills. He does have, like, basic stats.
Yeah.
And he also has call out, which is probably not going to be helpful in this situation. But he has Brawn 7, Precision 5, Knowledge 3, and Sense 5, and I've posted the link to his character sheet in the Skype chat.
Alright, so, I guess make a skill check to have Craggy attack.
Okie dokie. So probably, I guess, athletics would be the best one to go for?
Yep.
So plus 7.
Brawn, strength, yeah.
He's such a cute, weak little cragodile.
He goes for the first blow and kind of chomps down, but doesn't quite get a firm purchase on the sort of somewhat hard carapace of the rad scorpion, and his rocky teeth just kind of slip off. The rad scorpion swipes at him with one of his pincers and manages to kind of bash him a little bit. It's
Okay.
Craggy's next move.
Continue to do the same thing.
Go for the eyes or the tail.
Ooh.
Well, that's better. That's slightly better. 23.
Alright, now Craggy actually, just, dashes
Craggy's
in
like,
for...
oh, that's what happens when I don't do it well enough. I'd better try harder.
Actually chomps down directly on the rad scorpion's front, the head, and just chomps down with all of his might there. His rocky teeth and jaw just bringing down all this pressure on him.
Yay! Go, Craggy!
The rad scorpion just flailing in a panic, flails with his venom tail, and just barely nicks Craggy in the tail. But it mostly bounces off his sort of rocky, body.
Mhm.
It seemed like it nicked him. It's hard to tell though. Yeah, one more move from Craggy.
Just by law of averages, can I call Falling with Style and apply it to Craggy because he's my familiar? Or can Falling with Style as a personal skill only apply to Flotsam?
What's the wording?
I will tell you the wording, as long as I can find it. Oh, here it is. Falling with Style. On your next skill check, you may reroll natural ones. You also gain a +3 bonus if it uses your duty mod. That doesn't really matter. But yeah, on your next skill check, you may reroll natural ones.
I don't know if that really applies to your companion.
It doesn't apply,
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
As-
I thought I'd
as-
check just in
As
case.
one of the people who helped work on this game, that specifically says you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's just hope I don't nat one.
No,
Alright.
you got a 10. Average.
Alright then.
Alright, Craggy just manages to keep pressing down, holding on, and the rad scorpion continues to flail and just thrash and whatnot, and eventually just falls more or less still. And Craggy starts just chomping away at it, pulling off its carapace, just gnawing on the meat underneath. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, thank you, John.
I imagine it sounds more like rocks grinding.
There's a bit of that sound too. Yeah, mix
Well,
a bit of that
no.
there. Wow, thanks for. Okay.
You have
Yeah,
a
no,
career
that's
and-
probably what it sounds like.
You have a career ahead of you in Foley.
Suddenly followed as Dragons the radio play.
Excellent.
Yoshi 17.
Post-
Craggy is now level 22.
Excellent.
It's
Posted a
evolving.
link to baby crocodile noises.
Alright. Craggy, just slightly bloodstained now, just lets out a little happy little growl and just looks up from the dead rad scorpion and looks around as if to say, yeah, give me another one.
Oh, look at the adorable little rock lizard. Blood-stained rock lizard.
Powder Keg tosses him one of the various scorpions he's been crushing at.
Craggy immediately just goes to town on it.
Oh wow.
Craggy is a happy little cragodile.
He
Flotsam is just kind of looking at the baby crocodile, with the blood-stained teeth, just gnashing and gnashing at this dead body, and just kind of holds up her hooves and goes, "He's so cute."
Yes, he's adorable. Can I go around to the dead red scorpions and try to collect the poison sacs?
Carefully. It's still kind of technically a combat zone.
Okay, well...
With the wall of fire and, tempered steel and powder keg.
Did I say Javolt examines the crane for useful tech they could take?
You did, and then I got sidetracked, but basically the result of that is every bit of this crane that would have been useful has been pretty much already been looted, and the rest has rusted to the point of uselessness. This thing's been around for a very long time.
Alright, can I have Javolt just sort of look around for Javolt and Igor sort of look around for any other tech?
There's not much in the way of technology, just mostly rails and mine carts and just various mining equipment.
Is there an open mine?
There is.
Alright. Javolt is going to send Igor down to see what's down in the mine.
Okay.
Should I roll for that?
Eel eaten by a quarry eel.
No.
What do you think a roll would apply there? It's just you're just basically sending Igor on a little scouting mission.
Yep.
What skill do you think would work there?
Perception is the obvious one.
Yeah, but alright, yeah, sure. You can set it into the mine and look for anything in particular with perception.
Alright. This is a general perception roll for Igor. I got a 24.
Alright. Pretty good. The mine's lighting barely works at this point. But the Spritebot's audio sensory capabilities do pick up what sounds like water dropping, just general air echoing through, and then what seems like faintly breathing and footsteps.
Okay,
Oh,
Igor
no.
flies out and says, I think there's something still alive down there.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. Craggy, got his meal? Grab a few of the corpses and let's run.
You don't want to see what it is?
Hell no, I
I don't want to
do.
see what's in a cave.
That's
I'm kind of curious.
No. That's a bad idea. Always a bad
I
idea.
start walking towards the cave.
No.
Yes.
God damn it.
So
Should I-
Xencarn
Javolt-
starts walking towards the cave.
Tempered Steel's
Okay,
gonna
Javolt is going to
Vision.
sort of clamber his way down to the cave.
Powder Keg is going to throw C4 at the roof of the opening and attempt to blast enough rocks down to make it unvisitable.
What?
Really,
Hey,
Powder? Really?
Come on.
Flotsam's gonna tackle him and stop him from doing that.
What? You're going to stop me from trying to stop them from doing something stupid. Poking your head in random caves, not a good idea.
You're gonna
Oh, it's
bring
fine.
down the entrance? What if whoever's in there isn't a bad person?
Oh, that's completely unlikely, but
But possible.
For all we know, it could be, your, I don't know, son from the future.
Yeah,
Time
what
travel
is
is
that?
a thing,
Except
right?
slightly more rational.
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay.
Ugh,
Should I send a
fun.
flare down there?
Huh?
you're
I
a
can-
fire pony. Just walk down there.
Powder Keg
Actually,
bucks
I
one of
do
the
have,
scorpions that's trying to snap at his legs and follows.
All
I
right.
do have flashlights.
Well, I don't
Screw
think
it,
we
I
really
just
need it.
use I just use Will-O-Wisp on myself.
You guys barely get to the entrance before you start hearing the footsteps a bit more audibly. It sounds like something is approaching the entrance of the cave.
What kind of footsteps are they? Are they footsteps, hoof steps, cloven hoof
They
steps?
sound softer than hoof steps.
Do they sound like
walking in.
Do they sound like a giant rad scorpion?
There's no skittering or anything that would indicate some sort of talon or anything like that.
Before its death.
Hellhounds, calling it hellhounds.
I walk in.
You barely take a couple of steps inside before your eyes begin to adjust and you see something metallic glinting off at the first bend of the mine.
Oh man. Hey, Javolt! You're gonna love this!
And then that
Okay,
metallic
Javolt.
thing lashes forward,
Damn it.
and what brings down that looks like this sort of fiery hammer down on you.
Ow. Can I roll to dodge?
Yes.
Not that I'm gonna actually dodge, but
Yes, you can roll to dodge.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
Called it. Bad
before nat
idea.
This was a great idea. Hush you. Not quite at nat 1, but 12, which is close enough.
Oh,
Okay, is Javolt actually able to see this thing swinging at him?
Yeah, you're all pretty much close enough now that you can at least see what's going on.
Can Javolt
Okay.
roll acrobatics?
Looks like I was right that this was a bad idea.
Oh, shut up,
Um,
Potter, no fun.
Ken, Javolt, you want to try rolling acrobatics to try and save him?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Thanks, Javolt.
I got that one.
Oh,
God.
you actually make a
No!
big you you make a
Rerolls, please. Tempered steel.
Well, I can re-roll that. I do have.
Oh, yeah, he
talent
can.
for that.
okay.
Yes, reroll.
Okay.
All right. Let's
So
see
have
how.
we seen exactly what this thing is, or just that it's lashing out?
Second nat
Okay,
one.
that was a natural
Holy
20.
shit!
Ha!
Haha!
Brilliant!
In your face, monster!
So, Javolt actually dives and goes into this big ol' presidential taking the bullet. No! But then, as it looks like it's about to just backfire and be a gag, it actually time seems to slow down as it actually works, and Javolt in slow motion pushes Xencarn out of the way of this hammer with
And
this
he's
such a
brilliant.
big epic dive.
Yeah, and he pushes the hammer out of the way with his claw.
No, not that far. You basically just get out of the swing of this really, and in slow motion you can actually regard the creature that took the swing, and it's this big ol' armored hellhound with a giant rocket hammer.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Yep.
Can I?
Does it look intelligent at all, or is it just crazed?
Well, hellhounds are actually intelligent, but they're not fond of ponies.
Some
in any
are,
way.
some aren't. Depends on the hellhound.
They aren't ponies. It's a zebra and a donkey. Does that help?
Wait, so is
Um,
this a
Not really.
creature
They
that
Not
kind
really.
of like every...
familiar with, and I'm just missing out or something? Or
You're there.
well, I get it's like everyone else seems to know what this creature is based.
Oh,
just
Okay,
on armor.
okay. What a hellhound is basically a mutated diamond
Diamond
dog.
dog.
But
With-
they've gone a
with-
lot
with
more
a-
sort of
with-
aggressive and feral. So really big claws, bigger teeth, bigger sort of body mass.
Not only
They're
that, but
basically giant beasts of destruction.
they have an affinity for energy weapons and tech, high tech weaponry.
Ah, okay, so that explains the hammer.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Powder Keg's just gonna say, any chance if we leave right now and never come back that you won't hurt us?
The
Is-
big
I have
hellhound
no
just
idea.
growls and brings its hammer back up as the
Is there a
the rocket jet just kind of cools down, getting ready
is
for
there
another
a
strike.
way to?
Okay,
Y'all
I'm
just
going to
better
have
run.
full
Is there
Run,
a-
just
to
run,
grab-
just roll.
try
No,
to get
don't,
it.
guys, roll athletics checks, run. This is not.
Screw that.
What
Can-
Javolt, what do you
okay.
want to do?
leaving.
Oh,
Is
God.
is there
Can I-
is there a way to?
Guys,
Is-
stop. No, please. This
Powder,
is
shut
a
up.
simple thing. Run away.
No,
Well,
that's
Can I
boring.
please?
Steal.
Okay.
Twilight's trying
Can,
to say something.
can I blind it with spyrotechnics?
You can, yes.
Thank you.
And find the rest of us along with it.
Well, I can yell.
It's worth noting, however, that it seems to be wearing a helmet with a visor.
Okay then. So a smoke screen.
That could work too.
Okay. Can I just have the smoke screen stuff just center around the hellhound?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Oh, joy.
All right. And I'm gonna try and have it not big enough and stuff to envelop Xencarn and Javolt as well.
It'll probably be safe to say that they'll get the idea, but yes. Basically, Firelight reacts, his horn lights up, and immediately there's just this huge plume of smoke, this huge cloud that drops over the hellhound and a little bit of Xencarn and Javolt, and the hellhound just starts coughing.
Now before the hammer got recalled, was there any possibility to grab it before that happened?
No.
Guys, seriously, this is a simple we should get the hell out of here scenario, because where there's one, there's more. There are pack animals.
Hey, Javolt, what did you want to do?
Well, I just rolled.
Of course you did.
Oh, God.
29 acrobatics.
Guys, why? Please, this is so simple.
Javolt.
This does not need to be this.
Javolt, because you didn't tell me you were doing this,
Sorry.
Well, he did try, to be fair.
Because this is just becoming kind of a habit, I'm tempted to just not honor it and let you guys run, basically.
Aw, I don't want to run.
I do want to run.
Yeah,
Dude,
but you
this is
always
a
want
bad-
to run.
This is a bad idea, okay? Hellhounds are pack animals. Where there's one, there will be more. If we start a fight, we will end up fighting tons of hellhounds, and we might not win, because hellhounds are friggin' scary.
We'll be fine.
You
I
guys
don't
need
like
to come to a
fights.
decision now. If
I'd like to.
We are running.
Fine, we'll run away.
Devon just wants to be friends with the Hellhound, but to do that, he needs to calm him down somehow, so...
Javolt,
Run.
this is
We
actually
run.
a very dangerous situation. Just outright.
Okay. Fine. Javolt backs out of the smoke cloud and goes back to the entrance of the cave.
No, you guys are at the entrance of the cave. That's where you're at.
Okay. Okay, Javolt backs out of the cave and says, well, that could have gone better. Iron, tempered steel, go in and talk with him.
What?
You're the one of us who
The
sees
smoke screen will
funny
not
shapes.
last for very long before the
We are
Just-
leaving.
just
We leave.
the
I'll just
hellhound
walk off.
adjusts.
We just kind of push everyone off. We stop Javolt. We run. We're gone. Okay.
tempered
I
steel's-
don't want to spend any more time on this than we need to.
Yeah,
This
tempered
is-
steel. Well, tempered
Oh,
steel
please, you got
is
this.
like helping cover their escape, and he's making sure that no one's getting left behind. Or if not, like if somebody trips or something, he's in a position he can grab them and help get them out.
Basically, I can assume that you're able to get everyone and get them out. You guys managed to get up to the sidewinding trail before the hellhound just sort of stumbles out, growling, just kind of trying to wipe its eyes and look around for you guys.
So,
So if we basically
going-
made a clean escape, or
Yeah, you
Surprised it doesn't just track us via smell, considering.
you guys
It
are
doesn't.
you
They're
guys are
territorial.
you guys are
They don't
able-
want
you guys are able to get up to the cliffs over the quarry before the hellhound actually spots you, and when he does, he just kind of regards you for a moment and then just growls at the top of he just gives you a big old dog-like roar at the top of his voice, holding his hammer up in a very intimidating gesture as if to say, you never come back here.
Javolt throws down a rad scorpion.
Craggy,
corpse.
right?
What?
Javolt throws down a rad scorpion corpse.
I didn't know we were packing those.
The hellhound does not look amused by your gesture, Javolt.
to.
We picked up Craggy, right?
Yes, you picked up Craggy.
Yes.
Okay.
Flotsam picked up Craggy.
Hey, this got
I'm
kinda
not assuming that you guys just like accidentally left stuff behind. I don't believe you guys would do that. Not in this situation.
I would like to have picked up, well, if possible, Craggy and, one of the rad scorpions he was eating, but, if I can't, that's fine.
Craggy actually has a rad scorpion hanging from his mouth, just this really tight grip on it.
I carry the cragodile carries his packed lunch.
his-
Flotsam
his
just
brand
kind of
new-
goes, sorry.
his brand new meaty chew toy.
Okay, so that was my first time seeing a hellhound. Territorial, aren't they?
Yeah.
And as you look down, you actually see what look like a couple more sort of glints of light coming from inside the cave. It's hard to make
Let's
out.
get
the-
out of here.
So we keep moving, huh?
Yes, we are making an escape.
Back to Skyfall.
You know, I would honestly prefer to negotiate with these.
They don't
just-
negotiate.
They might have tunnels that lead under Apocalypse.
Maybe.
That's
but
a long
they
shot,
don't
Javolt, says
negotiate.
Aurelia, still kind of looking over her shoulder and holding onto her plasma caster.
If
It's
they
not
did,
worth it.
did,
I've
we
heard
would've
about
moved it.
hellhounds.
So have I. No
If
one's ever
anything-
actually tried talking to them, have they?
They
They
don't
have.
like talking, and that's just not a diplomatic situation you just walk into, Javolt.
It's not worth our lives, Javolt.
I think if anything,
did,
it's
Oh, very well.
Chica,
We'll come back later.
Chica
Oh,
Chica
God.
says we already committed the diplomatic faux pas of intruding on their territory without any sort of respect.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much coming back from that diplomatically. Yes, but especially
How
not in the animal kingdom.
Flotsam looks down at her Pip-Buck and goes, Pip-Buck, why didn't you warn me about this?
And then after a little while, there's a little notification beep. It's like you found hellhound quarry.
God damn it. You just have an answer for everything, don't you?
Okay, how about we just
Location found. The answer for everything.
how about we just keep this place in mind if we ever come up with something that we actually might need from them.
Or we
Unlikely.
could give them the exact.
Exactly.
Hey, it's marked on my
Unlikely.
map.
Which, by the way, how many red scorpion venom sacks did I get?
You managed to get about 4.
Okay.
And how many red scorpion corpses did I manage to pick up? Because I did actually say do that for feeding Craggy later.
About 6.
All right.
Thanks, Powder.
And then the one in Craggy's mouth makes 7.
Mm.
Craggy, for his part, looks much more content.
Happy little cragodile.
Yeah, he just chomps on his blood-soaked meal, just looking happy as a clam.
All right.
Feeling better, Craggy?
Craggy nods at you.
Hmm.
All right. Now that we're done with that, Tibs, we're letting you live, so you better prove yourself useful. I need you to send one of your letter things.
Alright, to who?
Pestilence.
What?
What do you want to send him?
Send one to Death, too. Tell them both the Dragon Maulers want to talk to him. Where can we meet?
Somehow I see this ending very, very poorly.
Maybe, but right now it's what we've got to do.
Well, if this is about Mr. E, maybe we should clarify that in the note.
Sure. It's about Mr. E. Might as well say it.
Alright.
Flotsam
Tibs will... Yeah, Tibs will hold his hoof out to Flotsam for his paper.
Flotsam puts down Craggy temporarily, gives Tibs the paper, and picks Craggy back up again.
Don't know if I can reach Death, but I can definitely reach Pestilence.
Usually Death finds us, but usually by accident.
Well, I suppose Death did say he had his ways of finding out. So all I gotta do is say enough times we're looking for him, and he'll show up eventually.
Kind of creepy that he can do that.
Yeah, it is. It's unsettling, really. It'd be even more unsettling if he just walked up right now.
No.
Firelight
No.
will stop and just take a quick look, scan of the area.
Despite, trying to speak of the devil, he does not appear before you.
I know. It was a joke.
Pestilence, the Dragon Maulers wish to speak with you. It's about Mr. E and Brother Famine. Tibs.
All right. You burn the letter, presumably, and it is sent off. Aurelia just kind of watches the ashes go away and says, all right, so what now?
We pray and pray and pray that this is not a horrible idea.
I mean, where do we go now? I mean, we're just kind of...
Should we head for Skyfall?
Keep heading to Skyfall.
Problems.
Yep.
Skyfall sounds good.
All right.
It'd be nice to see Blinky again.
Mm-hmm.
Probably our best option.
Chica just kind of groans and changes into her golden dream disguise.
Sorry, Chica. I know this isn't great for you, is it?
Not fantastic, but I'll deal with it.
Just this time, let's try to not talk to Mayor Chase.
Yeah,
For once.
he's
We should probably be careful not to refer to her as Chica within the city limits.
Golden Dream, got it.
Yeah, Golden Dream.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and Firelight, you can check up on your patient.
Yeah, which...
I hope they're okay.
Well, we sent the antidote to them, so as long as if they were able to get it all together, they should be fine.
Yep.
By the way, while they're walking, can Flotsam make a radio call?
Yes.
Dragon Maulers to Crackle Tower?
On the other hand, what picks up is, yes, Maulers, this is Torque, come in!
Torque! Hi, Torque. It's Flotsam.
Hello, Flotsam! How are you?
We're doing better. Still a bit rocky, but better.
That is
Sorry,
awesome to hear. That you were really depressed before, and I was really worried about you, and I'm glad to hear that you're okay.
Aw, you're so sweet, Torque.
Thank
Listen.
you. That made me blush a little bit, but don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Can Powder hear
Okay.
the radio voices?
Everyone can hear the radio.
Flotsam just kind of puts her hoof up to her mouth in a shush gesture.
Hello,
Listen,
you
Torque?
there?
Yes, I'm still
Okay.
here.
Powder's just gonna pitch in. Talk, I think all of the tower just heard you say that.
But I was using
Dang
my
it, Powder.
indoor voice.
You don't have one of those.
That does not
Listen.
sound like an indoor voice.
Moving on.
Listen, Torque, I don't want to take up too much time, but can you pass a message on to Gale Force for me?
Of course I can, lady. What is the message?
The message is that her telling me about tough love really helped out. We've got our problem solved with Craggy now.
Excellent. That's it? That is it? Is that it?
Basically, I just wanted to say thank you.
No problem. I will relay the message for you.
Oh, and maybe you could also say thank you to Smack Talk for us for putting out the call to get the B team together. Maybe, if that would be okay. Maybe. Not a big
Absolutely,
deal.
Flotsam. I will do that for you.
Okay, thank you, Torque. Flotsam is now blushing a little herself, but making no comment on the fact. Okay, thanks, Torque.
Very well.
I guess we'll see you later. Take care.
See you later. Bye-bye.
You're
Uh,
looking kind of red there.
It's the
How
blood
much-
from Craggy. The blood from Craggy got on me. That is what happened. Yes.
Actually,
Onward.
I think it's more of a
Mhm.
pinkish color.
It doesn't look like
Onward.
How much did I miss while I was gone?
Don't question it. Just, Flotsam is experiencing
Onward.
stuff.
Onward.
Oh, that's adorable.
What
I
are you
mean-
talking about? Powder Keg's adorable. He has a crush on Blinky. Make fun of him.
Sorry.
I kind of think that's actually evolved beyond the crush.
Yes. Isn't
Powder Cake's
this-
just gonna
yes.
Powder Cake's just gonna pat Dally on the back and say, "No, you're adorable."
No, you.
you are adorable, Flotsam. Very adorable.
I'm
You're also
not
lethal.
adorable, I swear.
Adorable face will be the last thing you see before you die.
Ah, so you're adorable bloodthirsty then.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
just tilts her head.
Can I roll for punch?
No.
No, you can't because Flotsam has gone over to.
No, but it's a punch.
Double no.
Just
Flotsam has gone over to
Javolt
pretend
has
to maul
instinctively
Javolt.
dodged when he saw this.
Yeah. No punch actually comes, but Javolt dodges anyway.
So, have we received a reply yet?
No, you've not received any reply as far as the letter goes.
Interesting. I guess
Well-
I guess that's to be expected. Suddenly getting a message from the people who've been going about killing all your stuff is not exactly.
Well, so long as
Exactly,
we're...
someone jumps on.
Are we headed towards Skyfall?
Yes, you guys are headed towards Skyfall now.
You know, we should visit Ribcage at some point.
Eventually.
There's
Yeah.
there's going to be
I'm
some
sure we'll-
hiking to do anyway, no matter what.
I'm sure we'll get there in time. Eventually.
For now, we need to deal with the Raider situation, which means going to Skyfall and then eventually on to Apocalypse if we can get in there.
Well, if we can get...
I really don't think going to Apocalypse is a good idea.
Well, do you want to
without
stop
our
Famine
worship.
from allying all his Raiders with the Executive?
I
kill Mr.
Well,
E, that
yes,
won't
but
be
I
a
also don't really want to walk into a giant armed raider encampment filled with people who don't like us particularly much.
I
And
think
that's why we're talking to the ones who are who have been the most reasonable with us.
Well, I think if we can kill Mr. E, that'll go a long way to stopping Famine from allying them behind Mr. E. It's hard to ally behind a dead person.
Yeah, well, we can't kill Executive right now, and it's
Didn't you all
as much
just
as
yell
I
at
don't
me
wanna
for
say.
running off to the cult where, he was last located? I'm pretty sure I heard yelling.
Yeah. Look, I came to my senses earlier, and there's one thing I know. We may be strong, but no matter what we do, the Executive has enough resources to deal with us. We can't deal with the Executive until we cut off his lines of resource. Cutting him off from the Raiders is one of the first steps we can take to making sure he has less power.
Flotsam looks
Oh,
vaguely
boy.
thoughtful. You know, speaking of the executive and his resources, kind of surprised he hasn't managed to kill us already.
He doesn't want us dead yet. He wants to use us for something. Probably likes the fact that we're killing the dragons, to be honest.
Which is why we probably don't want to kill any more dragons for the time being.
Probably.
Yeah, doing his work for him does sound kind of, something we don't want to do.
That's how he does it. He likes to make sure that even his enemies are doing what he wants.
Aurelia just kind of looks confused at this point and says, at this point, what could the executive's end game possibly be?
Total control of the dragons more.
That's way too sensical. Oh, well, no, that's way too,
Sensical?
No.
Sensical?
I don't think that's a word.
Okay.
Firelight?
That's way too expectable. He
Expectable?
doesn't go for such straightforward goals.
Does he want to blow up the volcano, maybe?
Who knows?
Hey, Firelight? Your
Yeah?
cousin was like a slave, right? And the executive had something to do with bringing him to the mall in the first place?
Yeah.
Your cousin hasn't had any experience with the executive, has he?
He has, actually.
I haven't really talked to him much about it. I don't really want to bring up sore subjects.
Oh, I listened
Well,
to the
please-
session and I want to metagame so badly. There was something Trigger said to Firelight.
Yes, that would be
Trigger said a-
14.5, yeah.
Trigger said a lot to Firelight. A lot.
I can't, it's been like 3 or 4 months, so
Yeah.
I can't remember everything that he said.
It might be just worth, checking in with him if you want to go down that route when you get to Skyfall. That's it.
Okay. Which I was planning on doing anyway, so. Okay.
Good.
Alright. After a while's travel, you start seeing the city of Skyfall in the distance.
Woo!
And you notice that around the outer hull of the city, there seemed to be a whole throng of 4 horses raiders, like just almost making a big old perimeter around the city.
Oh, what?
Right.
Oh, dear.
Okay,
Oh,
so.
thanks.
But as you come into view, some of the raiders notice you coming their way, and the group immediately just begins to scatter, heading off in the opposite direction towards other parts of the wastes.
No. Flotsam, just without a second thought, takes off flying after the closest one. Stop,
damn.
wait, come back!
They're very far away. And they're kind of sprinting away. It's very unlikely that you can catch up.
Okay, shall I just not bother rolling then, just kind of take it as a failure?
Unless you roll really high, I guess. But even
I
then
will roll just in case. May I roll acrobatics because I'm flying? Or would you rather athletics?
whatever works for you. Either one works.
Okay. I know this probably won't work, but just in case. Yeah, never mind. That didn't work. Flotsam flies a little ways, realizes there's no way she's going to catch up, and just flies back to the party.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Okay, but before they completely get out of sight, I want Tibs to sort of approach the front of the group and, as loud as he can, go, "The doctor is in! Pestilence gang members, form up!"
What?
Just to see if any of them will actually stop, and...
If anyone's still loyal, yeah.
Ooh,
Mhm.
I like ye. Okay. A couple of the retreating raiders hear you. The ones, one's garbed in the pestilence gear. They stop, look back at you, but then sort of awkwardly just keep running.
What was that?
He tried to pull rank.
Dang it. What is there? What, are they gonna go and tell the executive we're here or something?
Probably.
Dang it. I'm sick of bringing down shit on Skyfall.
Well, as
That's
long as
why
we
we
don't.
need to get it to fly above the metaphorical storm of excrement.
I have been trying. She waves her shopping list frantically. I only managed to get one thing. I wanted to ask at Radio Crackle Tower, but then we had to leave all of a sudden.
Now that was really, really weird. I mean,
I know.
got a bunch of raiders around the place. we show up and they run at the first sign of us. I mean, even
They
if
want
you
us-
haven't, I mean,
They're
even
scouts.
even with our reputation, the number they've got there.
They could have taken us.
Well, you'd think they'd at least think as much.
Do you
But, I
suppose
mean-
this might be a trap?
Probably. Oh, something like that.
Can I, does the pitbuck do the eyes forward sparkle thing where it kind of displays enemies in red dots?
Yeah, actually, you do have access to the eyes forward sparkle. It is
Um,
kind of based on perception, though.
May I roll perception?
Yes, you may.
Even worse than last time, that's just a 13.
Yeah, doesn't seem like there are any enemy creatures nearby of any sort.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just, at this point, it's basically just a clear path to Skyfall now.
We're just gonna have to go in, aren't we, guys?
Oh,
Yeah,
no point to standing around here. I give Powder a
Yep.
look, unless someone wants us to run away again.
Xencarn pretending that it wasn't also his idea.
Flotsam is gonna start flying towards Skyfall. She's,
Powder
put
Keg will
Craggy
not
back
comment
in her...
on that, by the way.
Tempered's
I didn't
still,
think you would.
Tempered's still likewise going to head towards the city, but he's going to keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
Alright, you do that.
Can I do like a scan for traps? Sorry, it's been ages since Flotsam has scanned for traps.
Yeah, I mean, if
You-
it's all right.
I'm just basically saying you can just, take as much time as you like on that. You don't find anything.
Cool. Okay, that's cool.
Alright.
And you managed to make it to the city of Skyfall, and I think that's where we're gonna leave off our session for tonight.
All right,
Oh.
then.
Oh, I
Cool.
thought we were going to end off with what Famine had sent back, but oh well.
No,
Next.
not quite. Probably
Sorry,
prob-
Pestilence. I keep messing up all the four horses.
Probably very soon into the next session, but not right now.
God damn it, Pestilence, we've been waiting a whole week!
Alright, well, okay, if you'll give me a moment, I can make sure we end on that.
Sorry, I was just fooling around. I wasn't actually being impatient.
I think it's a good point, actually.
Well, it would also make a good cliffhanger to wonder what is he going to send. Like you could say, then the paper appears, but we don't actually get to read it till next time.
Ooh.
Now
Fallout is dragons!
Alright. So, signing off, or?
Not quite.
Oh, there was something that I wanted to have Tempered Steel ask Dr. Tibs.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna. I may well regret this, but I can't help but wonder with like those spy reports what you wrote back about me.
I wrote back that you were a former writer, and that the group didn't trust you.
Well, that doesn't sound nearly. That really doesn't sound, well, relatively that bad. Even
To
if
be fair, you weren't exactly the one we were most worried about.
Alright, a letter appears in front of Dr. Tibbs.
wait,
What's it say? What's it say?
Dragon Maulers will contact you soon. Pestilence.
wait, you said I was or wasn't the one they were. I wasn't the one.
Wasn't.
Presumably they were.
Oh, yeah.
they wouldn't be
Presumably,
worried about-
they were mainly worried about me.
Well, yeah. So it's, somehow I'm not feeling nearly as bothered by the whole I used to be a raider report as I feel like I should be bothered.
It's in the past. No need to worry, mate.
Anyway, that's our actual cliffhanger, guys.
Alright.
Alright.
All right, so are we doing sign out then?
Yep, sign off.
This has been Fallout is Dragons.
Join us next week when Powder Keg has to actually converse with raiders in a peaceful manner.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.